Was training hard while doing chemo a good idea?
I just ran another course. I finished up a couple weeks ago. I went from pulling, I remember pulling somewhere between 8 and 810 as a third rep. So I had something like 700 pounds on the bar, and then I pulled a single, and then added chains, pulled a single, added chains, pulled a single, and the last rep that I pulled was over 800. I remember going from that to 3 weeks later getting a nosebleed pulling 308 pounds as a partial deadlift, and it was everything I had. But man,
So was that a good idea?
yes, absolutely. There's no place else in the world I wanted to be.
Mm-hmm.
I remember being sitting in the house, and I told this story once in my entire life in front of a small group of close friends. I remember eating lunch with my family and going. I couldn't finish my food. I went out to get my car, and I couldn't drive to the gym. I was so sick. I was getting car sick driving myself. And I'd taken my gym bag and put it in the trunk of my car, and I came back inside and threw my bag down, and my wife was like, what's wrong? Why aren't you going training? And I said, I can't drive. Physically, I can't get to the gym. And she said, get your bag, put it in my car. So I got my bag, put it in her car, and she drove me from the house to the gym. And it's normally a 15-minute drive, and it took us about a half hour to get there because she had to pull over for me to puke every couple of minutes. And we got to the gym. She dropped me off, and I went inside the gym. And I don't know where she went. I'm sure she probably just parked at the church down the street. But she said, I'll be back in 2 hours. And I went inside, and I was doing weightlifting at the time. I put on my Adidas shoes, got on my fancy tight shorts, my knee sleeves, wrist wraps, and I taped my thumb. And I've got a photo that I took because that's all I could do. But I sat there for 2 hours in the gym, and I just looked. And it's the smells of the gym, the chalk on my hands, the tape on my thumbs, the smell of my neoprene sleeves. And I remember looking over there and thinking, you know what, in a few months when I get healthy, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to squat, and I'm going to snatch, and I'm going to rotate these exercises. And all I did for 2 hours was sit there. My wife came back, and she's 2 hours later, and she sent me a text message, and she said, I'm outside. And I said, I can't change clothes. I'm inside. I've got to have your help. I don't have the energy to change clothes. So she came inside, got me out of my gym clothes, got me into regular clothes, got me back in the car, and took me home. And she did that several times. And it got to the point to where she did that so often that she began going to the gym and training with me. Just because if she was going to have to be there anyway, might as well train. And I think, that brought us, a lot closer together. And we trained for a long time with the exact same bar, with the exact same weights. And we had a lot of training sessions where she would beat me every single day in the gym on snatch, clean and jerk, squat, front squat, deadlifts, for months and months at a time. She would beat me. But if I can get to the gym, I will. I'll do something. I can sit, even if I can't train, I can sit there and make plans. But there are things that you can do and sit here in this gym and just look out at the equipment, and you can make plans. It's stuff that you can't do at home. You can't just sit at home with a notebook, pen, and paper and come up with plans. Not as good as you can if you're here at the gym and you can smell it. And I had AC/DC still cranking on the radio and still making plans. But yeah, I couldn't. I had a ton of injuries. I had 2 bicep tears, 2 hamstring tears, a lat tear, and a tricep tear in a short period of time. I went from a body weight of 292 to somewhere below 220. I quit getting on the scale at that point in about 4 weeks. Last year, I was 287. I was somewhere below 230, and then I was back up in the 270s again. And then even this year, I've been in the 250s, I've been in the 280s, and I've been in the 260s, even so far this year. So what's the other option, though?
Not going.
Is that really an option?
I don't know. You tell me.
I mean, I legit had days where the couch was where I wanted to be, where I woke up and said, my goal for today was to get from the bedroom to the couch. And that's all I did that day. That was it. But if I could get to the gym any way possible, that's what I did. Absolutely what I did. For better, for worse, that's where I was. There's no other place I really, really wanted to be.